Hello. Yeah, welcome. So this is going to be interesting because I am going to try and actually get Star Trek Borg to work. Which it may all end and crash and burn hilariously. But thank you for joining, and you can enjoy the experience of seeing what happens when you try and run a game that probably should never be run again on a computer. So for people who don't know, Star Trek Borg is an interactive movie, which means it should by completely be terrible, but for some reason it gets great reviews and is meant to be like the best interactive movie game ever made. And I got it running on Windows XP. I installed Windows 95. I installed Windows 95, which is meant to run it, and the lip sync was terrible. I then found out the lip sync could be improved by putting on Windows XP if you then manually do some weird patching, which seems to have worked. But XP has a newer version for DirectX. And all of this is running inside a virtual machine. So if it crashes in a horrific way, you know why. It also doesn't really have many menus. It's weird. But we'll just go and play, and we'll see what happens. Bring it up. It was very, very cute. Installing this. I've got a mouse. Look at that. I recognise that. Oh, wow. Wow, it keeps telling me to get a virus checker. Right, new game. Go.
Priority message, USS Canali to USS Cheyenne. We are under attack by Borg forces. Repeat, Borg forces. We intercepted 2 Borg vessels heading on a direct course for Sector 001. Subspace signal is too weak. Navigator to Marine Starfleet Command. If you can read us, do not, repeat, do not send help. We are last. Warn Starfleet, the Borg have returned. Repeat, the Borg have returned.
Yeah. It's no longer black. It's also got black lines the whole way through the image to get the speed up because it's like old.
Oh, 7:30 means 0730, cadet. Sit down.
I've been told.
First, the captain wanted me to convey his regrets for not being here himself. As I'm sure you've heard, Starfleet is amassing an armada in Sector 001 to defend against the latest Borg incursion. Or rather, our ship, is on her way to join them. Starfleet has successfully defeated the Borg twice before, and we have every expectation of successfully stopping them now. However, given the probability of armed conflict, the captain has ordered that all non-essential personnel, including visiting Starfleet cadets, be transferred off the ship to a safer venue at the medical research facility on Marnus 3. Please have your gear packed and be at Shuttle Bay 3 in 30 minutes. Dismissed.
I'm guessing we're not going. Like, there's no way this game's going to be. You stood out from the Borg incursion because that would be
Cadet
really.
Furlong. A moment, please.
Is my name Furlong? Interesting name.
The captain has denied your request to stay on board, Cadet. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
The massacre 10 years ago at Wolf 359 was a great tragedy for the Federation. I was only 1 year out of the academy when it happened. A lot of my classmates died there. Now, each year I get older and they stay the same. I understand your need for justice. I'm sorry.
Not sure it's justice when we're going to blow the hell out of them, but
Shuttle
okay.
Bay 3 in 30 minutes.
That's actually better acting than a huge chunk of the original series, so we'll give them that. Oh, the hexagonal rucksacks, which make no sense other than they look cool.
Temper, young man. What would your father say? How old were you when your father was killed? 9, 10 years old? And you're still not over it? Perhaps I should introduce myself. I imagine you've heard of me, though. Q. It's short for Q. It was I, you know, who introduced Picard to the Borg. And it's because of me that 10 years ago the Borg came to Wolf 359 and found that fleet of ships and found your father and killed them all.
And gave us future
At
backgrounds.
0800 hours during the Battle of Wolf 359, the USS Righteous, such a noble name, Righteous, was hit by an unknown Borg weapons discharge and vaporized. Vaporized. Whew. No trace. Nothing to bury, nothing to mourn. The Borg took it all away from you in an instant. I understand your desire for justice. They don't, though, do they? But I do. You want action.
Who's they?
You
The
want
Borg.
to avenge your father's death. You want to kill Borg. What's sentient? Yet still
I'm amazed
bipedal
lid stayed on that.
hominid. You can run away with the others like a scared trog, or you can come with me, cadet. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I think the fact it had John Delancey is basically what sold it. I'm going to run away because I'm sure it's the wrong thing to do.
It looks like I misjudged you. You're only interested in saving your own skin, and to think I went to so much trouble to arrange it all.
Come on, Cadet, you're... Q! Intruder alert, Deck 6.
Don't even bother.
Well, there we go. Well, that means it does mean we have to watch the intro sequence again, but it was a great intro sequence. So, yeah. I mean, Q probably fancies him.
Priority message, USS Canali to USS Cheyenne. We are under attack by Borg forces. Repeat, Borg forces. We intercepted 2 Borg vessels heading on a direct
Speed,
course for
you know.
sector 001. Subspace signal is too weak. Navigator to room Starfleet command. If you can read us, do not, repeat, do not send help. We are last. Warn Starfleet. The Borg have returned. Repeat, the Borg have returned.
I mean, it is fantastic, isn't it? It is such a product of a game that should not exist. I like that it's only starring one person. I guess I'm the lead character. I'm sorry to put you all back through all this. There is a way of saving, but you basically have to quit the game. So we can.
0730 means 0730, Cadet. Sit down.
Harsh, but true. She is acting well though.
First, the
No
captain
idea who she
wanted
is.
to convey his regrets for not being here himself. As I'm sure you've heard, Starfleet is amassing an armada in Sector 001 to defend against the latest Borg incursion. Or rather, our ship is on her way to join them. Starfleet has successfully defeated the Borg twice before, and we have every expectation of successfully stopping them now. However, given the probability of armed conflict, the captain has ordered that all non-essential personnel, including visiting Starfleet cadets, be transferred off the
Annoyingly,
ship
it's not
to a
central.
safer venue at the medical research facility on Marnus 3. Please have your gear packed and be at Shuttle Bay 3 in 30 minutes. Dismissed. Cadet Furlong,
Do you think she's going to reject us again?
a moment, please. The captain has
Aye.
denied your request to stay on board, Cadet. I'm sorry.
You're not. She told me.
The massacre 10 years ago at Wolf 359 was a great tragedy for the Federation. I was only 1 year out of the academy when it happened. A lot of my classmates died there. Now, each year I get older and they stay the same. I understand your need for justice. I'm sorry. Shuttle Bay 3 in 30 minutes.
It's interesting, you can't actually speedrun this because it will play at the same rate, so it's really how well you can get the UI to respond, which, believe me, I clicked 4 times to get that response, so there is a challenge there. There's our daddy, which for some reason we don't have in a frame.
What did your father say? How old were you when your father was killed? 9, 10 years old? And you're still not over it? Perhaps I should introduce myself. I imagine you've heard of me, though, Q. It's short for Q. It was I, you know, who introduced Picard to the Borg, and it's because of me that 10 years ago the Borg came to Wolf 359.
I feel he should know we've already done this.
And found your father and killed them all.
Definitely know we've done this.
At 0800 hours during the Battle of Wolf 359, the USS Righteous, such a noble name, Righteous, was hit by an unknown Borg weapons discharge and vaporized. Vaporized. Whew. No trace. Nothing to bury, nothing to mourn. The Borg took it all away from you in an instant. I understand your desire for justice. They don't.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to store a
But I
variable.
do.
Like,
You want action.
did
You
make
want
it go.
to avenge your father's
You sure
death.
you're back?
You want to kill Borg.
Still don't get how that this stays on.
What's sentient,
Look, it's half off there.
yet still barbaric bipedal hominid wouldn't. You can run away with the others like a scared trog, or you can come with me, cadet. The choice is yours.
I feel a lot of pressure from him here. He's insulted me about 3 times.
Excellent choice, monsieur. Keep the phaser, you're going to need it. And take this too. Be careful now. Don't lose it. I only made one.
Time! 0758, sir. Keep those phasers firing, and where are my photon torpedoes?
Armed and ready, Captain.
Have a look. I can't see you.
Let's see if we can shake them up a little, Ensign.
Initiating Delta attack, sir.
I'm reading a small weakness in the shields.
Shields are holding fine, but power is down 10%. Weapons having no effect.
Damn, they've adjusted their shields already.
Why is it always the difficult species that are the most adaptable? The Borg adapt their environment to suit their needs. True adaptability involves changing oneself to suit their environment. I'm so glad you cleared that up.
Recognize
Yeah, no,
this place?
I
You
winced
should.
at that
You keep a
firearm
picture of
usage.
it on your wall. The bridge of the USS Righteous. Your father's ship.
The Tolstoy just took a major hit.
This is him, isn't it? Well, I can see the family resemblance.
I think she's pulling away. The Kyushu's coming on strong. Melbourne and Saratoga have lost power.
Tolstoy, Kyushu, Saratoga, Melbourne. Recognize the names? Do you know where you are, cadet?
Captain!
Intruder alert.
I think this is totally responsible meddling in time.
Security, isolate the ops console now!
That's right, 10 years ago, Wolf 359.
Security!
Look at him. He's barely older than you are. He shouldn't be at security. But 4 hours ago, the real security officer, Lieutenant Sprint, was killed, and this first-year ensign had to take his place. And because of his inexperience, everybody on board, including your father, will be killed. The phasers are useless. Just isolate the panel now. If Lieutenant Sprint were still alive, he might be able to save the ship. But he's been dead for 4 hours. No wonder they don't want him on the bridge.
Come on, can't you move faster?
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Thaddeus Quint. He actually tried to save Sprint's life, but as you can see, he failed, the old goat. Well, what'd you expect? He's a doctor, not a security officer. Still, if he had only had a little more creativity. But he didn't.
He's bypassed the security lockout.
Doctor, he's dead.
Shield mutation is shifting on its own. Shields are dropping.
Uh-oh.
It's fantastic.
I need
He's running the
shields back
whole
out
scene,
now.
holding it all together.
Death in battle. If he were a Klingon, he'd be ecstatic.
Ooh, I like this guy.
That was such a weirdly
There's a
delivered
tight
line.
beam transmission going directly to the Borg cube.
Computer is uploading data about emergency transporters.
Anyone near Jeffrey 6, we need manual power rerouted through the secondary couplings.
It's too late. The Borg cube is firing.
Evasive maneuvers.
That wasn't me.
So, now that you've seen your father die, are you ready to avenge his death? Or would you like to try something different? How about a chance to prevent his death? Lieutenant Sprint was killed 4 hours before the Righteous even got to Wolf 3359. But if the good Dr. Quint had been able to save Sprint 4 hours before, then Sprint would have been able to save the Righteous, and you would have grown up in the loving company of your father, and all for the want of a horseshoe nail. What say we give the old goat a second chance to save Sprint's life? You're not afraid of a little space-time continuum meddling, are you, cadet? No, I thought not. Shall we?
There we go.
This
Break
is
the time
Lieutenant
directive.
Sprint.
Ooh.
Do you think he knows he's gonna die? I don't think so. Don't bother saying hello. Just makes saying goodbye that much harder.
Time, Mr. Furlong.
Oh, 400 hours, sir.
Is the cube within sensor range yet?
Coming up now, Captain.
Match speed. Stay with it.
I find it always fun to work out what set they redress.
Sprint, look out!
I think this is the movie Enterprise.
Shall we dance? Come on, Sprint. Make a choice.
Don't know what the tricorder does.
Excuse me, am I mistaken? But isn't there a Borg on the bridge trying to control the ship? What are you gonna do? Scan it to death?
Okay, that was short.
Shall we dance? Come on, Sprint. Make a choice.
Going for phaser.
Quint wasn't clever enough to think of it. Good thing I am.
The Borg cube is pulling ahead. It's ignoring us completely.
Match speed. Keep us within close range.
Remember, Sprint should have died right here. Everything you do in his place from this moment on changes history.
Yeah, don't spoil it
Invigorating, isn't it?
with the sets.
Meddling with fate.
I just love that they kept reusing
Are
them.
you all right? Sprint? He's an ox. Nothing scares him.
And nothing hurts him, isn't that right, Lieutenant?
There are all kinds of pain, Lieutenant. Don't let the fact that you are Bajani prevent you from acknowledging the hurt.
Oh,
Feels so woke
Captain,
and modern
coded
for
message
something
coming in
that
from
is
Admiral
certainly
Hansen.
not
He's ordered
by
us to
dates.
proceed with all speed to rendezvous with the rest of the fleet at Wolf 359, requesting us not to engage the Borg. Until then, maintain radio silence until contacted.
Helm laying a course for Wolf 359. Pull ahead of the Borg cube and then match speed.
Aye, sir.
Can't be the Enterprise.
ETA at current speed, 4 hours, 5 minutes.
Can't be the Enterprise set because it's not a
We don't
lift there.
want them to get there before we do. And Targus, get that thing off my bridge.
Yes, sir.
The best one I love is the warp core for Voyager is actually the Enterprise A's warp core. It's the same prop. Just reused it.
Security alert!
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Shoot her. Right, can I have my mouse? I want my mouse. Shoot her.
If I told you to jump into a Signian vortex, would you do it? You're a sentient being of sorts. Try using this. You know, all this space-time manipulation does take some effort on my part. It's not that easy. I'd appreciate it if you'd make a little effort, too.
So I did the wrong thing.
Captain, he's hailing the Borg cube.
Shields are falling. Borg cube is firing. Well, I hope we're learning something from our little mistakes.
Oh, shouldn't be drinking. Shoot a Borg.
Sprint! He's in control of tactical!
The phasers are useless.
Captain, we're hailing the Borg ship. Shields are dropping.
Uh-oh. There's a tight beam transmission going directly to the Borg cube. Computers uploading data about emergency transporters.
The Borg are firing! We're gonna die! And it's your fault.
Okay. Don't shoot
Well,
the
I hope we're
Borg.
learning
Don't shoot the
something
girl.
From our little mistakes.
Shoot something else. Shoot this. Ooh, ooh, that's loading something. That's a different video. Ah.
I'm okay.
Definitely dead this time.
Then get him definitely off my bridge this time.
Excuse thought he
Mr.
wasn't
Sprint,
dead.
Reconfigure your security console so you can control Tactical B. Then meet me down at the computer core. I want to secure this ship in case the Borg try and board us again.
He was the one who took him out. He didn't get it right.
How about Quick thinking, Quint. Good work, Quint. Nobody ever gives me any credit for anything I do.
That's because we don't like you, Quint.
I think we can all save our hostility for the Borg, where it will be better placed, don't you?
Let me ask you something, Baraka. Do you just spout these platitudes, or are you deluded enough to actually believe in them?
Come on, Quint. No matter how hard you try, you're not going to change my mind. I still like you.
He kissed me. What are you staring at? Oh, of course, your father. This must be strange for you, knowing he may be about to die, knowing this may be your only chance to talk to him, tell him all about yourself, about the years since he died. I wouldn't if I were you. When he looks at you, all he sees is Lieutenant Sprint. I don't think he'd understand.
Hey, Sprint. What, are you having one of your Bajani trances?
See?
Lieutenant Sprint, the console, please.
Right. What am I doing with this? I'm sure I was asked to do something. I just didn't pay attention.
Hey, if you're just gonna stand there and do nothing, why not try learning something?
Oh. Push the button. Okay, I've got my little thing out. That's obviously too intense for this computer to deal with.
Security console. Reconfigurable bridge panel. Though bridge stations traditionally follow a set pattern, this pattern is neither required by Federation protocol, nor is it hard designed into the bridge layout. All bridge consoles can be easily configured to control any of a number of bridge functions, allowing the captain, in consultation with his engineers, to design his bridge to his personal or species preference. To reconfigure a panel, an understanding of the function of the four main nodules is critical, or you could end up dead. Nodule 1, the delimiter, carries a signal charge. It is always live, unless deactivated by engineering. Careful, the charge is painful.
One is
It
bad.
won't kill you, but it'll hurt. Nodule 2, the
Hi,
power
Jamie.
nodule, is the source of power for all bridge stations. It is always live, unless deactivated by engineering. Careful, this one won't hurt. It'll just make you
Jamie of Borg.
very dead. Nodule 3, assignable nodule. This is one of the several nodules used to define console functions. In this example, the nodule defines the console as a security console only. To control tactical in addition to security, the nodule must be removed.
Okay, we need to remove 3.
It's hot, live, energized. Not enough juice to kill you, but enough to make you wish you were dead. To turn off the feed, remove Nodule 4, the conduit. First, then remove Nodule 3. Replace Nodule 4, et voila! Now, you're cooking with replicators.
Okay. That seems surprisingly easy, considering how technology it is. How do I get this going again? Oh, that's just testing.
Security console.
No, we got it. We really enjoyed the really small font. Let's go. Right. Double click, I think. And it'll start moving back up again. Yeah. Okay. Right. Remove 4. I think it's been more fun to guess and die repeatedly.
You got a 1 in 3 chance now. Care to try your luck? Or do you want to double check?
No, I'm sure I can handle 4 buttons. A PhD. What could possibly go wrong? Can't click the button. Did I click the button? Okay. I mean,
Andropov to Sprint. I'm waiting for you down in the core room, Lieutenant. Now!
It's just his way. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, but I'd still hurry if I were you. The captain definitely does not like to be kept waiting.
that's like really big things to have in each of those terminals. Like, that means it's really inefficient to reconfigure all terminals.
You do know how to get to the core room, don't you, Sprint?
No. No, I don't. Please tell me. Did I just say quorum? I'll criticise this game for... What's it say if I skip that? Can't really, can't criticise.
Turbolift manual interface. Federation turbolifts are capable of processing verbal commands in over 13,000 languages.
Let's do that.
For those species unable to interact verbally, and during ship emergencies, a turbolift destination code can be manually relayed into the turbolift computer via the interface. For a list of turbolift destination codes, see the ship schematic.
Ah. Where's the ship's... Oh, that's probably that yellow button, wasn't it? Oh. What do you mean? What was wrong with the captain's chair? I didn't see that. Was it just looking a bit sad?
Turbolift manual interface. Federation turbolifts are capable of processing verbal commands in over 13,000 languages. For those species unable to interact verbally, and during ship emergencies, a turbolift destination code can be manually relayed into the turbolift computer via the interface. For a list of turbolift destination codes, see the ship schematic.
Best captain's chair, of course, was Kirk's. He got the big one. Does that work? I think it's going. Oh.
USS Righteous schematic. A general visual overview of the USS Righteous. Key areas such as bridge, crew quarters, engineering, computer core control
That's
are
where we want to
highlighted.
go.
More information is available on all areas, including turbolift designation codes.
The image doesn't actually fit the UI, but we'll ignore that. I love the fact that when the camera, I don't know if it's the new ones, the camera pans down in a lot of the sets. Like, with room they chat, is it operations, ops, or I don't know, the room at the back of the Enterprise D bridge. They go back there, and I've only recently realised they're like 5-pronged office chairs, and they just sometimes appear. But most of the time they're off shot, so they look cool. Right. Oh, okay, we should have actually remembered that. I was too busy looking at inverse proportional doctor's chairs. Thank you. No, thanks to lag on that. Right. Okay, exit. Got it in chat. That's brilliant. It's everywhere I need it. This is why I have you along. So now I should just be able to double click and go forward. Okay.
Please key in destination code.
So glad that changed colour. That got a lot easier. 1. It'll be painful, but we'll get through it. One, 5. I mean, what's it loading? 0. I mean, the reviews tell you its responsiveness was always terrible, so... in fairness, I'm not convinced I've done the best job of virtual machining a game that's running off a CD, but I tried. Ooh, where's my mouse gone? Before I click the 6, so I need to do the 1 and the 9. Was that actually just crashed? No, that's bad. Luckily, I think I actually have a save game just before here. Oh, we may even be able to get a save game here. Let's hit Q and that seemed to do something. You say yes. Enter your destination. 3, 1. Save. I love the UI. 1 and 0. How really rubbish. So when you finished it, you can rewatch what you did. I mean, as a movie, apparently, but seems a bit odd. Well, they had to turn the card on and off again. That's an interesting. I wonder where we're going. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that she changed direction with the lights. Where are we? This is Voyager's set now, I think. This is too fancy for not to be stolen from somewhere.
Oh, thank you, my good man.
Sprint, we're waiting.
I believe you're wanted in the computer core control room. Oh, mercy. Why? Because I can.
Okay, does that mean I have to go and try the code again? I mean, I'm more than happy to have got it wrong just to get that extra scene. I wonder if I can use a keyboard. I can use a keyboard. As I said, this was an experiment. Why?
Please key in destination code.
Okay, I've still got it on my screen. It's 1. Okay, I can just use the keyboard from the looks of it. 1. Maybe not. Just push the 1 on the keyboard. No, that was not the right thing to push. And this is a puzzle and a half. How to work out the UI. But I'm more. If we get another stupid anecdote, it'd be good. Yeah, well, my keyboard doesn't have a 1-5. Ooh, that's different. Good music. I'm all for this.
You're not making very good use of your time.
I've got a very rubbish keyboard, actually. It's tiny. Ooh, it looks really funny on there. Oh well. Someone will work out how far away it is. Right, so pressing 1 does not work. That's a shame. I mean, if it crashes next time, at least we got a save game now.
Please key in destination code.
Ooh, is it? Let's try this again, but is it something I'm missing, like... What I don't get is this slower than loading a video. What on earth is it doing? 1, 5. Yeah, no, I thought you'd just ignore it. I thought... Just could eventually just do pitching in 150. 619. I'm definitely clicking by it, just like stalls. Get to have a chat, hang out. See my cursor slow down. Is it like... It feels like it's loading an entire DVD of content. Ready, just like, in case I go somewhere. It's not like there's another button though, so there isn't like... Yeah, this might be a dead duck, but it's done it again. Just stalling. I mean, it's loading off a image on a SSD. Yeah. Well, it hasn't crashed though, because when we push Q, it quits. So all these other buttons, 5, 9, 5. Yeah, that can't be it. I mean, I expect it's one of the coloured ones, but then a load of things light up in the middle. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, you could look at walkthrough to see if I'm getting this wrong. Is the middle enter clickable? I mean, I've lost a mouse pointer, which is weird because the mouse pointer works fine up to the point, but when I type in, and it repeated on that 6, 1, 9, enter. It might be changing CD, and that could actually be an issue. It's meant to be a merged image where it's all one. It was an experiment. It might be if you get it wrong enough times, it just lets you through anyway. But very strange. So Q only gave me the option to save. It didn't give me the option. Didn't give me any useful options like, no, I don't really want to quit. Because that's an issue. I mean, I can't type it any quicker. I mean, the fact it says wait for the screen to freeze is not reassuring, is it? Okay, let's try. Save game which jumps in. I think unfortunately that a lot of puzzles are. Let's see if it's not got this far though. So it's the best thing. Resume. Oh, that annoys me. I used a different capital letter. I was enjoying John Delancey. He was great. Right. So it's now going to do a. This is my island in the sun. But there will, yeah, we're going to. I mean, there are literally YouTube videos where I could go and grab and jump to this point, and we can just watch that, and I can pretend I'm playing. It would be a little bit sad though. But yeah, people have just merged the whole thing together. You wouldn't be able to do mistakes though, they're half the fun. I mean, you wouldn't see this.
Sprint, we're waiting.
I believe you're wanted in the computer core control room.
Might just be
Mercy.
one more go. I don't know. Depends how I'm feeling.
Why? Because I can.
That answers Tom's question, why? Why? We can do this. We can get through this. But yeah, I know there is a complete walkthrough as a YouTube video where we just stuck all the videos together without anyone playing. So we can probably do it. It's exactly the same number, it throws both times. It's for 6, it doesn't like. I'm going to run out of chat log on my screen soon. 150619. We'll get there. 150619. Wait. I didn't even get another chance.
You're not making very good use of your time.
But yeah, I got the number from the tricorder, and I'm pretty confident that was right. Yeah, I mean, I just... a lot of pressure here for me. I'm trying to type into a panel. I mean, what I love is the one you all saying 150619 has pushed it off the top of my screen. Literally, it's like self-fulfilling prophecy or something.
You really need to learn to make better use of this equipment.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting the difficulties of dealing with your limited humanoid mind. If it's not right in front of you, you don't notice it. I've given you a tool to see beyond the superficial veneer of reality to a deeper level of knowledge.
Is he just playing every mistake possible?
And you ignore it. I should be hurt. But then again, I'm not the one who keeps getting killed.
Yeah, I mean, the humanoid interface really is the problem right now. I'm just staring at a door. I can't... Ooh, panel. It's actually got itself in a little confusion and won't let me type in a code. Maybe it just wants me to actually bring up the tricorder and prove I know how to do that. We'll give that a go in a second. I mean, or... Actually, we would have gone to every single possible floor soon. And then we'll just be there. This is definitely Voyager's engineering.
Hey, buddy, I guess I beat you down here.
Mr. Sprint.
Brilliant. We just got through it by...
I am a very tolerant captain, except when it comes to punctuality. I suggest you become more familiar with this ship's layout so you don't keep us waiting again. Do I make myself clear?
I'm giggling a little bit, and you're taking me soon.
We were trying to route all of the ship's controls through the security systems as an extra precaution, but something kept rejecting all of our attempts to access the security programs.
Sprint so far.
And that's when we found this.
It's obviously Borg. But how did it get on the ship? And what is its purpose?
It seems to be tied in directly to the security systems, locking us out.
Question is, how do we remove it? Sprint, you're the security officer. What do you think?
Put it hard. Wiggle that. Alright, let's pick up this thing. What's this thing? That's pointy. Oh! Oh, this can't have worked. I'm gonna cut the whole... I mean, turn the terminal off first. Oh, we're gonna get rocks exploding out of it into us like all terminals soon. Smart guy, me.
Self-destruct initiated.
What the hell? Computer abort self-destruct.
Self-destruct in 10 seconds.
Bridge, override all security systems.
I can't, Captain.
5 seconds.
I'm
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was brilliant timing from me on there. I did it.
You don't understand again? You know, I think I'm learning something here. Hubris. That's what I don't like about you people. Your ignorance of the working of the galaxy is unparalleled, and yet you continue to blunder ahead as if you knew what were going on. The Borg, on the other hand, really seem to know what they're about. If only they had more personality. In fact, if they had any personality, I might consider spending more time with them. But for now, don't touch what you don't understand.
I mean, I can't work out how to use lift control, so it's not boding well. Oh, what?
Sprint, you're the security officer. What do you think?
I mean, that's the best reason for not doing... Right, so can I get my... You said don't touch it, that's not going to go.
Mr. Sprint is right. Until we know more about Borg technology, I don't think we should make any attempts to interfere with the implant directly.
Captain, we were within transporter range.
Trying to get my
for only
tricorder, actually.
6.7 seconds. I don't see how the Borg transported to the bridge and implanted the circuit unless...
Unless there were 2 of them.
I mean, that's...
If there is another Borg on this ship, he's found a way to screen against our usual senses. I'll get Targus to scan against anomalies. See what you can do to help.
Please don't make me use a turbo lift. Please.
Targus, enough.
You've got the scans so sensitive, they're going to alert us if a particle of dust falls.
If that particle of dust falls off a Borg, then I want to know about it.
You're too cautious.
You're too lax.
Sprint,
tell
tell
him.
You know, if it weren't for me, you guys wouldn't have had any fun at the academy.
If it weren't for me, you guys wouldn't have graduated from the academy.
What?
Oh, Lieutenant Furlong, Lieutenant Sprint, and Ensign Targus. Somehow that's not quite how I pictured it.
That's not your fault. Every time I see that thing, it reminds me of how much courage it must have taken for you just to be here. And of how much we both owe Sprint. Just don't let Sprint hear. His head's big enough already.
What exactly do you owe him? You'll spend the rest of your life a slave to technology.
I'm not a slave to it. In 6 months, a year at the most, I won't even need this.
In 3 hours, 4 at the most, we won't even be alive. Unless we're Borg.
Dr. Quint is testing the boundaries of the humanoid ability to maintain affection for him, which he thinks he's not worthy of. So what he does is he tries to make everyone dislike him.
Well, he's very good at that.
He's right about one thing. We could end up as Borg, and I know the last thing I want to have happen to me is to be assimilated into the collective.
We won't let it happen. To any of us, better dead than Borg. Agreed?
Oh, that's a
Even Quint.
strong handshake
Quint
thing.
deserves to be Borgified, but the Borg definitely deserve Quint.
We've got him. Somewhere in Jeffrey's Tube 6.
Sprint, Furlong. Take a couple of fully charged phasers, flush out the Borg, and neutralize them.
Why would you
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Why would I take uncharged phasers? Ooh. Was that a discharge? This is where it could all go more horribly wrong. Who knows what's happening now? Oh, my green screen thinks my head's empty if I go this close. Let's not do that. You don't use the Borgified? Chocolatified? Use it all the time, ified. Scienceified. That's what I do. Not science. I just sciencify stuff. I've currently got 3 screens showing the same game. I've got one checking the stream on Twitch, one's checking it
It's not clear.
in OBS, and one in front of me, and I keep looking at the OBS for no apparent reason. Even though there's one right here. Why do they stand near the doors? That's a number of movies. That means your arm gets grabbed, you get pulled in.
Magnetic resonance traces. Okay,
Like-
one of us has to go, but somebody should stay in case he went through and doubled back.
Someone should split up so we can have a horror movie.
I said one of us, I didn't say you. You know, you may be head of security, but I do outrank you. Yeah, it's only by 3 weeks, but I think that would stand up in case of a court-martial. I'll tell you what.
Interactive movie time. I can't use my thing. That one. He's going to be cheating.
Well, if you're not gonna play, sprint behind you! Ah!
Oh, I didn't click in time. Oh.
Surprise.
I didn't think it'd be either, but apparently I died by not playing the game. In an amazing way.
Rise and shine. Rise and shine.
Oh. Ow. 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 Ow.
If it looks like a Borg, walks like a Borg, and sees like a Borg, then it must be a Borg.
Oh, it's like Terminator booting up.
You're wondering what you're feeling? That's pain.
I think I'm meant to be a Borg.
Borg is an island unto himself. Every Borg is part of the whole. Do you hear that? Filling your mind, telling you what to think, what to do. Welcome to the collective.
I think that's now
cadet.
Q. Q's the Borg. There's 3 Borgs now. We started with 2. And one of them we killed, so then we got 1.
Time to go assimilating.
Oh, Sprint, what have they done? They've adapted to the frequency settings of our phasers.
Oh, simulate! I've gone on a Borg myself. I just clicked on his face lots. I don't know if that what it's doing.
I don't think so. You just called your fellow Borg up to the bridge and had him assassinate all your friends. Don't feel bad, though. If it ever goes to trial, you can always claim the collective made you do it. This time, try not to get caught.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
and by the way, the game is rigged.
well, we knew the game was rigged. You just didn't give me a chance to scan him.
Are you gonna play? Sprint behind you!
Surprise.
Do we have to go through that whole death scene again? Hmm.
Rise and shine. Rise and shine.
Ah, so I can pause it as long as I do it before the choice to scan something. That's what I've just done now. I'm not sure what that's useful for now. But a little surprised I have to go through the whole... Usually... Well, you played as much as I have, so I say usually.
If it looks like a Borg, walks like a Borg, and sees like a Borg, then it must be a Borg. You're wondering what you're feeling? That's pain. No Borg is an island unto himself. Every Borg is part of the whole.
Can I do something with this book? I don't know.
A Borg. Member of the Cyborg.
Okay. Nothing particularly useful there. Keep going. See what happens.
Do you hear that? Filling your mind, telling you what to think, what to do. Welcome to the collective, cadet.
Not gonna make the owl joke. I'll drop any suggestions in the chat.
Time to go assimilating.
Let's see if I can do something different here.
Oh, Sprint, what have they done? They've adapted to the frequency settings of our phasers.
Okay.
Captain!
I don't think so.
I mean, it's a good death cutscene, but
You just called your fellow Borg.
Tell
up
me
to
the hand, I don't
village
think
and
we-
had him assassinate all your friends. Don't feel bad though. If it ever goes to trial, you can always claim the collective made you do it. This time, try not to get caught.
okay. Now,
Oh, and by the way, your father cheats.
yeah. So which hand is it? Or what I need to do, because I don't think we want to see that death scene a third time, if I can help it, and we will because the UI is so terrible. Click his chin. Or I think I did click his chin last time. Okay, well, it did something. I mean, I tried to click his face because I was going to punch him in the face. Yeah, I tried to do that last time because I thought it'd be funny. I didn't think it would work. That's brilliant. Does my mother know? I'm sure I said something like, oh, that's an Inuit. What innuendo did I say? Oh, grab the phaser, grab the phaser. Ah. No! There's a Borg right behind us! I'm so Borg.
They've adapted to our phaser settings.
Was I meant to have already changed the phaser settings? I think it gives us the whole Borg death cutscene though. They just don't like people in the 90s, that's my answer. Oh yeah, no, that's a lot quicker. Ah, no, you can auto punch. So I think I was right. I just needed to click a button on the phaser really quickly, but God no, I don't know how to use a phaser. Ah, then I probably need to use... See, the trouble is I can't bring the tricorder up when I'm in an interaction scene. All about being quick. We don't want to make you be bored as we wait for something to happen in our turbo lifts as you can't hit the buttons. That's what it's all about. Trying to compete for those turbo lift buttons. Ooh. Is it random nodule on the bottom? Because in the game they're called nodules. Who'd have thought he needs a bigger phaser too? In Voyager they were like really big. Bigger than my green screen. Dramatic pause. Sorry. Desk. Voyager always.
Standard Federation
Just
handheld phaser. Power setting
even
range from
Kirk does,
stun to metallurgical
but not very often.
for use as high-powered cutting tool, and from narrow beam to wide beam. Federation phasers are normally adjusted to a standard EM band setting. However, frequencies can be retuned to raise or lower the EM band setting when necessary, such as during plasma disruptions in high tachyon particle fields, or any other such environmental conditions which disrupt normal phaser functions.
Right, so it seems to suggest we just hit that bit on the bottom. But yeah, Voyager had phaser rifles all the time. They're just bigger. They're just like, we're in Voyager. Mouse is back. Cool. Exit, because I don't think I want cutting tool right now. Double click to get it to go forward. Pause dramatically as we load, spin up that hard drive. That's a really easy button to hit by mistake. That was a good puzzle though. I like that. No! 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 Don't kill us! Daddy!
Good idea. Retuning the phaser to a higher EM band frequency. You're right, they probably already adapted to the old ones. Nice shot. What did you think I was gonna do, cheat?
Why didn't they do that to the one on the bridge?
Let's go see what this circuit can tell us.
How high can I get? I don't talk that high.
No, I'm just not getting anything useful from it. Maybe if we hooked it into the ship's computer and had it analyzed.
Sorry.
I'd like to know more about it first. Can't you interface your tricorder with it?
Maybe, but I don't think I'd get any more information. Sprint, what do you think?
What do I think? I think I need a mouse pointer. Do I get my... That's a bad pose for him. Tricorder, this or that. I think we do that. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a thing I can click on. I mean, yeah, Battlestar Galactica. Let's network it into our main systems and let the Cylons take over.
This one's free. Don't do it.
I don't know what it was, but let's not do that.
Sprint, what do you think?
I just clicked to try and bring the tricorder up, see if we get any answers. Not sure it's going to let me. How's the lag today, by the way? Okay, well, let's click on that one. That's the least gamer chair ever. Just a dining room table chair.
Good guess, Ensign. Logical, intuitive, decisive, but wrong. Try again.
Oh well, you're not telling me to use a tricorder, which I can't work out how to get out, so that's good.
Sprint, what do you think?
I think it would really help if I got the tricorder out. But it doesn't seem an option. You didn't make a little joke about how you're not getting any. It was funny.
Idiot.
Oh, he's telling me to use that. I want to use that. So basically, if you don't have the cube thing up and you click, that comes up. But it's not giving me a huge amount of time. There's also a phaser on his belt, so... Or we can stick it in her temple. That sounds a bad choice. Can't be the obvious one, can it?
The tricorder's having trouble gaining access to the data. The circuit is designed with a pretty standard neural interface, though, like some of our medical implants. No, it just can't seem to... Well, I guess that's all we're gonna learn from this.
It's too bad. I bet there was some really important stuff on that Borg circuit. Maybe you should try something else.
It's too late to try something else, Quint. The circuit's already fried.
It's not too late if I say it's not too late.
Oh, he's a genius. But I got I spotted the head thing before he gave me a clue. So I'm going to take that as a win for this game
Spread,
of loading times. The mouse pointer. Let's click it on. As a genre, I can see what interactive movies didn't catch on, because this is only working.
Idiot.
Yeah, I know I'm an idiot, but you're not letting me open it up. It's only working because Q's hilarious. Even if he makes no sense at all in any way, but he's hilarious. We're going to stick the Borg thing straight into our female colleague's brain. How could that possibly go wrong? Can't ever. It's either that or phaser it.
What?
You can't be serious.
My implant?
I don't understand.
Ensign Targus's implant works along the same basic principles as the Borg circuit. She might be able to interface with it.
No. You can't possibly be suggesting that Ensign Targus be allowed to interface with the implant.
Nobody is suggesting anything of the kind.
In truth, Captain, interfacing with the implant would be somewhat like autoneural stimulation, an experience which Ensign Targus is quite familiar with.
Exactly the point, Captain. Ensign Targus's neural implant is designed to counteract the side effects of that kind of neural stimulation experience. This kind of neural input is...
Does anybody mind if I join in on this discussion? You're all talking about me as if I weren't here.
Ensign, the long-term effects of your recovery won't...
Counselor, the concept of long-term effects loses its meaning when the entire Federation is in danger of obliteration. I'm ready.
Go her.
I
Yeah.
think it would be best if the ensign were immobilized during this.
Do it.
But wait, didn't you?
Waited till I sat down.
I could have, but I didn't.
I like that. It's totally inappropriate. Yeah, it's cute. Oh, and it gets to use the bad captain's chair.
No. I want Sprint to do it.
Whatever you have to go through, Targus, will be there for you.
Counselor, I've already been through hell and back. I don't think this could be any worse.
Oh, it's X-Files. They're all now on Disney Plus. Almost might tempt to be to watch them. Words hard.
She's in agony. You've never had to deal with pain, have you, Sprint?
Shut up.
Assimilation! Technology! Channels! Subspace channels! The Borg implant taking over systems! Communication with collective! Jam systems!
The Borg implant is getting its orders from the Borg collective. How do we jam the signals, Targus?
Oh, I've seen them. Just not for ages. And not the last 3 seasons.
0.6525 of normal. Now!
Do it!
Modulating shield mutation.
The Borg cube is scanning us.
What's happening with those shields, Mr. Furlong?
Almost there, sir.
He's concentrating hard, I suspect.
Mr. Furlong!
Got it.
They've stopped firing.
The shield settings must be in sync with the Borg scanners. They sense us as being part of the collective.
Alone! We are... Resistance is... You will be assimilated!
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Oh god, they started something serious, didn't they?
One more CC of neuroblock and she'll be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
Yes. No, we're going to use a phaser. I sort of... Yeah, I just felt X-Files didn't go... I don't know. I got very confused. I mean, it didn't really end. Mulder left.
She's dead.
I meant to stun her.
You're not supposed to be killing people, Cadet. You're supposed to be saving them. It is a concept your limited cognitive abilities can deal with, isn't it? Or am I wasting my time
I
with
meant to stun her.
Don't disappoint me again.
Tom, I shot someone for you, though. Just remember. Yeah, I think, Chris, it's been 20 years. Because I did do a reboot continuation thing. And then, but basically once Mulder left, I stopped watching it. And then I saw the final episode and didn't understand what was going on.
We are... Resistance
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Okay.
One more CC of neuroblocking should be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
Punch him in the face. Let's see what happens if I do that. I can't believe that's good. I've just been told not to. When you say new episode, do you mean in the recent... Because I'm sure they did a reboot thingy. Or do you mean post-Fox? He lied to me! Or she's going to turn into a vegetable. No, she's going to turn into a vegetable.
All evoke responses are negative. She's as good as dead. No, she'd be better off if she were dead. Maybe you should have just shot her.
I did.
You want to go back and you want to try that?
Yeah, I did. I did. You forgetful Q. Did it right. And to be honest, I have to go and check. I thought they recently did a sort of semi-weird reboot thing where they brought back Fox Mulder. Anyway.
Alone! We are... Resistances! You will be assimilated!
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Kill me.
One more CC of neuroblocking should be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
A comm badge. Touching the thing on her head. Oh, inaction is bad.
Oh, great. Now I'm dead. Not exactly what I wanted. Try doing something.
Darren Morgan. Don't recognize his name at all. When you say essential, is that essential to understand it or essential because it's actually good? I got very cute with these terminations in it for a while.
Alone! We are... Resistances! You will be assimilated!
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Kill me.
One more CC of neuroblocking should be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
I'm lacking ideas. Punch you? Okay, got that. Didn't do it in time.
Oh, great. Now I'm dead. Not exactly what I wanted. Try doing something.
I did, and she died, and you died, and he died again. It didn't let me grab it again. It might have just timed out. I mean, that is basically my next guess would be to try grab it again, but it...
Alone! We are...
Oh, because I don't feel pain.
You will be assimilated!
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Kill me.
One more CC of neuroblocking should be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
Because I don't feel pain, and the other guy couldn't hold on to it. Yeah, so it's for season 11 and 12. I think I'm getting slightly baffled by in Exiles. This is Star Trek. How's Exile? And there was a movie I didn't see.
Are you sure you want to do this? You saw what it did to Furlong. But then again, you are Bajani. I'll give you a chance to think about it.
I don't want to think about it. So Chris, was that implant again from an FAQ, or was that...
Alone! We are... Resistances! You will be assimilated!
The shield has cut off the Borg circuit from the Borg collective. We've got to disconnect it.
Kill me.
One more CC of neuroblocking should be a vegetable for life. Do you want to be responsible for turning Ensign Targus into a Bolian zucchini?
I mean, go. Oh no, don't move. Yeah, I wouldn't have necessarily tried again unless, like, just got sympathy for making you watch the same thing over and over. Mash the microphone. That's pro.
No. You're not dead. You're unconscious. In a Bajani pain trance. Interesting phenomena. I'm not sure what its evolutionary benefit was for the Bajani. Something like a Terran possum, perhaps. Oh, look. You're regaining consciousness.
Welcome back, Lieutenant.
I guess this means I owe you my life twice, huh, Sprint?
I mean, I did connect to a Borg collective, so I think
I've
we're
never
even...
seen anyone go into a Bajani pain trance before. Interesting. You were clearly unconscious, yet your body managed to finish the task at hand. I suppose it's part of the survival mechanism. Quick thinking. Next time, though, warn me.
While you were out, we did a diagnostic on the computer systems. The Borg implant is continuing to rewrite code.
I'm sending an away team over to the Borg cube to see if they can find anything that'll help us disable the implant.
Targus and I are going, but we could use a third. I don't know if we'll get out of there alive.
I won't order you to go, Lieutenant.
Oh, we few, we happy few, we band of Borg. They're turning this into some heroic escapade, trying to make it impossible to turn down. I'll go.
We don't need you, Quint. We need someone we can trust.
Just like old times, huh, buddy? 3 against the world.
Oh, that's the cute handshake again.
Okay. Use your phaser. Each of ours has been retuned to a different frequency.
Here, take this.
I don't think we need an emergency med kit. If things get that bad, we're probably dead.
There are many ways to die. Some of them are more painful than others. There's an emergency hypospray programmable for neuro painkillers just in case. You do know how to use it, don't you?
We're coming alongside the Borg cube.
Good luck. Energize.
Okay, I'm going to hit Q and save. Just because I have a horrible feeling we probably have a touchpad in our future. I mean, I pushed Q and apparently I broke the whole game again. Okay. Will you save? 1. Stream. I think we're all 3 now. Resume. Stream 3. Continue. I don't know why I'm reading out what buttons I'm clicking. It's because I'm so scared to hit the wrong one in this. Might. Ooh. I might hold that to pause. Be right back. Wait till I can actually pause again. Okay, that brings up the thing. I will just nip off and grab something. We'll be back. Stop. Have I just broken it? I never know. So confident with this game. There we go. You chat amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. And welcome back. Right. Okay, where were we? Teleporting onto a Borg cube. That's fantastic. Yeah, right. Let's start it up again. Go. Disappointed wasn't a lot of X-Files banter whilst I was gone. You know.
What do we do?
You don't
Let's see
shoot.
what they do first.
Shooting feels really bad, is that I am not going to shoot.
What are you looking at, cadet?
Because I thought that was cute. Hello, cube. Let's get into this Borg cube and let's get out again. Out, dying. Or dying multiple times to get the witticism of Jean Delancey. Jean Delancey? I don't know.
Pretty standard interface. Odd.
Why?
Well, most of the Borg we've seen have direct interface abilities. Why would they need something like this?
Hey, remember, they've already totally assimilated one Starfleet officer. Maybe this is his influence.
Or maybe it's a trick.
Somehow, I don't think the Borg understand the concept of trick. Okay, security.
Weird.
You think you can bypass the Borg lockouts and get us the information we need?
No. No idea whatsoever. I suspect I'm going to have to remove the nodule again. Whatever nodules come our way. Loading. The 90s were a sweet time. Okay, I'm just going to push a button. What could go wrong? Die horribly. Which at the moment would be this. I've lost count of how many times we died. Or get lost in a turbo lift. Hmm. Ooh. Oh, okay. Hmm. Maybe there's a code I need to have found. It is the elevator all over again. I'm betting it's a code. So what we need to do is just... Thing is, like, once I'm in this mode with the spinning cube, I can't get the tricorder up. You can only use the tricorder in scenes where the cube isn't by clicking, left clicking. That was more responsive than the elevator. I just have no idea what the code is this time. Maybe Q will give us a hint? Yeah, so you click to bring up the tricorder, double click to close it. Unless you're in a scene where you can click and it just clicks and doesn't bring up the tricorder. That's just how it is. So I don't have much choice, and I think we're now hopefully loading something interesting. Yep. Action.
They've adapted.
No, that was not a surprise.
That's the trouble with Borg. You kill one, there's always another one to take its place. You're never gonna figure out how to interface until you learn how to think like a Borg. Kill them before they kill you. Strike first.
Okay, so maybe I should have shot the Borg as we walked up the corridor. Fairly direct clue on being particularly smart to do what Q says. Except for when he says do it and then he kills someone and he said don't do it. That was... yeah. This looks very familiar. So I can tricorder now by clicking and that will pause it. We'll have to wait about 20 seconds for it to load. But I think when those guys walked past, that was the time to shoot. Here we go. Come from the right, I think.
What do we do?
Let's see what they do first.
No, Q said shoot, so let's shoot everything. Shoot, shoot. What could possibly go wrong? I'm guessing we must be on disc 3 by now.
Sprint!
Hold on, buddy. I need you conscious. Don't go into one of your pain trances yet.
What is that?
It's something to counteract the Bajoni adrenaline. I want to keep you in one of the pain trances.
It's working.
Sprint, I'm sorry about that. You're gonna have to deal with the pain just like the rest of us humanoids.
Okay, I've got a suspicion we're now going to get the code.
Later, that's an order.
We now need to watch a screen to find out the code. So keep your eyes open. It's very well. That'd be nice for our character to open his eyes. Yeah, we go, me. Little eyes. I read somewhere that's kind of how the game works, but we haven't done it yet, so that's why. Kind of think getting... It's just something you have to learn from dying. But then we kind of have done that by being rubbish. Okay. Get my notepad up.
Designate beta, Alpha 7-3, assimilate knowledge, interface, assimilate.
Yeah. I can't do that though, so that's not that helpful. Ooh. What? 1, 3, 3, 4, 2? One, 3, 3, 4, 2. 2, 2.
Alert. 2 life forms. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Alert.
That's cool. Of course, we now never will be able to type that in properly, but... Get him! Come on! Get it! Ah! Upgrades. That's not infrared though. Ooh! He got us! Disappointed. We made a rubbish Borg. We made a terrible Borg. Why did the infrared not work? I don't know. Right. That was cool. Now let's see if I can defeat a very questionable, very hard to use witch system. I feel bad talking over it because it's a movie, but we have seen this bit 3 times now. I kind of want to make silly voices.
What do we do?
Let's see what they do first.
Let's do what we did last time. Oh, there was a thinking of a brain joke I could have made there.
What are you looking at, cadet?
Did that Borg just talk to me? Oh, I don't. What was that accent? I have no idea. I won't try to do it again. Right. Well, what could possibly go wrong with me trying to type a code into a screen? I don't know when I look at my phone. It's sitting there right in the live chat. Thanks, Chris. That is 1 3 3
interface.
4 2 2.
While most of the Borg we've seen have direct interface abilities, why would they need something like this?
Hey, remember, they've already totally assimilated one Starfleet officer. Maybe this is his influence.
Or maybe it's a trick.
Somehow, I don't think the Borg understand the concept of trick.
I wonder if you can skip cutscenes in space, but it probably takes so long to load. I don't want to.
Bypass the Borg lockouts and get us the information we need.
Oh, I can. Okay. 1. So that makes it decide to load whatever it is. Wait for my mouse pointer to come back. Make cool mouse pointer. That's really annoying, so I'll stop doing that. Wait for the mouse pointer to come back and then click 4 2 2 3. That was cooler. Okay. Ooh. The mouse pointer did come back last time, so keep the patience rolling. Keep the patience. Oh, there we go. 4. 3 first. 1, 2, 4, 2, 2. Ooh, paused. If that worked, oh, I feel like vindicated for the hell of a turbo lift. I'll also find it slightly amusing that I was better at using a Borg system than I am at using a Starfleet turbo lift, which I could have talked to if they let me have voice control. Okay, if I freeze, it gets even more scary. It feels like the whole screen's crap. Let me jump. Oh no! No, it didn't. It didn't.
They've adapted.
Ah, no! No, it didn't work. Oh.
That's the trouble with Borg. You kill one, there's always another one to take its place.
That's weird, though. Don't know. If these interfaces just don't work, really annoying. But it's Windows. I don't get why they wouldn't work. Oh well. Let's try one to hit space. Space skip the cutscene. Space does not skip the cutscene. Oh well, I guess I just try again. It's a little bit. 1, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2. So we'll get there. If not, we'll be sad.
What do we do?
Let's see what they do first.
What are you looking at, cadet?
I expect all the budget went on him, which is why the UI is so poor. It's like, we can either make the buttons work a bit better, or we can have an extra 5 seconds of John Delancey. Which is it? 5 seconds. Every time. Because why wouldn't you? Because if the buttons were better, you'd see less of him. Right.
Pretty standard interface. Odd.
Why?
Well, most of the Borg we've seen have direct interface abilities. Why would they need something like this?
Hey, remember, they've already totally assimilated one Starfleet officer. Maybe this is his.
When do we get an
Maybe it's a trick.
opportunity to
Somehow,
use the
I don't think
hyper
Borg
spree?
understand the concept of trick. Okay, security. You think you can bypass the Borg lockouts and get us the information we need?
Okay, well, we'll see if I ever get this in. It did seem like it eventually just let us through last time. 1, 3. Ooh. I mean, the chance of me getting anything I have to type in as a code right first time, risk's low in this game. Risk is very low. I mean, pushing 1. Ooh, mouse point is coming back. It moved. What on earth is it doing? Oh, okay, so 3, 3, 4. Didn't type that one quick enough that time. See, last time I tried it really quickly, and I worried it didn't register it that time. I went too slow. Because I bet we're just going to get loaded up to death by Borg. Pain. Ooh. No. Four. 2, 2. Interesting. No idea. Yeah, I don't think he's got the ability to do that. I mean, but you should have just had, like... to be honest, bring up a Windows box and get you to type in it would have been preferable to this. Let's see if there's any advice on it. Nope. Or maybe you did get it right. Nope. Looked as bad as last time.
They've adapted.
That's the trouble with Borg. You kill one, there's always another one to take its place.
Well, I'm just going to also check this FAQ just to check I've actually got it right. I assume you've also checked one. Find on page. Okay, I'm just trying to work out this FAQ. Well.
What do we do?
Let's see what they do first.
So, where?
What are you looking at, Cadet?
So yeah, same thing. 1 3 3 4 2 2. Yeah, I
Standard interface. Odd.
Why?
don't
Most
learn.
of the Borg we've seen have direct interface abilities. Why would they need something like this?
And remember, they've already totally assimilated one Starfleet officer. Maybe this is his influence.
Or maybe it's a trick.
Somehow, I don't think the Borg understand the concept of trick.
Hmm.
Okay, security. I think you can bypass the Borg lockouts and get us the information we need.
I mean, clearly the Borg don't need good consoles, so 1, you get a load. Then we need a 3, a 3, a 4, and a 2, and 2, Bob. It might be worth Googling Borg code doesn't work. Three, 4, 2. Yeah, but the lift at least eventually cycles through stuff. But maybe that, I mean, fingers crossed, that actually went when I clicked the buttons. What I might do is actually save in the menu, because I think that's what got us through. But Lift literally just seemed to decide, just go, right, I'm just showing you all the cutscenes in order and going to just remove this panel from the game, as if it's like, you've got this wrong so many times. I pity your uselessness. Which was fair, because we were being very useless. Not entirely our fault. No, I really thought it had gone.
They've adapted.
That's the trouble with Borg. You kill one, there's always another one to take its place.
I'm going to save in that thing and then see if that causes the bug that got us past the last one. But sadly, I think just looking at this walkthrough, there's quite a few more codes to come. Star Trek 4's codes not working. Ooh, there are cheats. Don't know how they work. Okay, typing the word obey apparently takes you forward a scene. So I just typed it. Something happened. This might be the only way we get through it. Maybe not. Don't know where those cheats came from.
What are you looking at, Cadet?
Oh, it does seem to be doing something to having obey. Interesting, there's different, and Hugh apparently makes the optimum proper choice, and Hugh was a great Borg, so that's fine. I think this might be better than just panicking. HUGH. Okay. Safer. Interesting. So we have a way to skip forward scenes. Maybe not one that works for puzzles.
Don't you pay attention? Or are you beginning to enjoy Borgification? Remember this? Write it down if you can't.
Okay, well, that was different. Yeah. We got the code in walkthrough, so no, I don't think 4 was twice. It's what we thought. Game. But it's all obviously at a certain point it does start to feel sorry for you. So we just need to milk that. But it's not also letting me quit, which is a little bit weird. I probably need to do anyway, but Q. Okay, you can't quit here, that's fine. Q. 1, 3, 3, 4, 2, 2. Touchy, touchy, touchy. The trouble is, look at, I've just got an FAQ up here, and it says like the next thing is another code in about 3 scenes time. So great.
Don't you pay attention?
Okay, but this does seem to have put into a shorter loop somehow. And I'll hit Q, and that seems to have worked. So then I save, log back in, and see if. And I wonder if it is it just if you keep getting it wrong too long, it just eventually says, "Ah, you're so rubbish. We'll let you pass." That's safe. So this is stream 4. Don't know. Stream 4, capital S. That 2 is going to forever annoy me. Right. It'll show us again as well in that little cutscene. So if you are right, Tom, we'll find out. Because it could be the FAQ's wrong, and we just all seen it wrong. But I doubt it changes because it's a video. It's not anything special.
Are you beginning to enjoy Borgification?
No, hate it.
Remember this?
1, 3, 3, 4, 2.
Write it down if you can't.
Well, you get to see it again now. Here you go. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is I now have a save point here. We came to the end of the stream this evening. I'll give this another go sometime, and if I can get past it, I'll let you know. But I've got a suspicion I am Yeah.
They've adapted.
That's the trouble with Borg. You kill one, there's always another one to take its place.
Hmm. I mean, there are apparent cheats to skip scenes, but they don't seem to work. Oh, that's taking us all the way back there. See, but if you type obey, it definitely does something because it goes forward like this. I don't think it lets us skip.
What are you looking at, Cadet?
Hmm. Well, we have it saved. It's nearly bedtime. Loading. Yay! We really need to know that code too.
Contact terminated with a assimilation implant. That must be a Borg time sequence.
No, I think it's a code for accessing the implant.
We just got through the
If we can
code.
find a way to interface safely with the implant, we can feed it this sequence and then order it to shut down.
If it's anything like this terminal, it's going to look for a Borg signature. Damn, if we still had that dead Borg circuit, we could use that to convince the implant we were Borg.
That's not a bad idea.
But the circuit was fried.
Victory.
So we'll get another one. There's no shortage of Borg around here.
And there I will hit Q and save because I know I can save right now. So what I did there was I typed Q, which is the cheat to jump forward successfully for a scene. But it looks like I had to type it like 3 or 4 times to get it to register. So I think it's just not coping very well. But we should be able to do that when we get to other codes we need to work out. Stream 5, save. I mean, we'll... Let's go stream end 1. Go. That's not... Right. Well, I'm glad we got through that. I'm sorry that's as wonderfully painful as it was. But that's how it goes with these things. But it was fun. Well, at least I hope it was. I hope you enjoyed it. You're up for it. Go through the rest in a couple of weeks, and fingers crossed we'll get through it. No, don't worry about dipping in and out, Ed. There were some really good moments. There were like fantastic moments. Then there were some really frustrating. Basically, 2 points we had to type of code in, and I don't know why. Been fun. I mean, it's quite light, isn't it? Quite fun. First for the last 2 games. Did you? So which one of the games did you like? Did you like 25th Anniversary, but not like Judgment Rights, and not like the one after that? Or do you just not like? Did Judgment Rights and 20th Anniversary just merge together? Yes, but Tom, I think I've now got a cheat to get past those code bits, so we should be good for that. But yeah, that's. In fact, it worked at all. I honestly thought my VM would crash at any moment during that. It would be a disaster, and we'd all be crying, and we'd give up about 10 minutes in. It's running a fake CD through a virtual machine, then trying to capture its window is just not what I was expecting. Right, well, that'll call the end of it. Let me know, Chris, what your issues with Bonza. I love to claim it was good tech skills. It's just beating at the stick repeatedly and hoping it works. And I'm really hopefully, if that cheat works, I think we can probably get through it before we got through every possible death scene. And we want to see the death scenes anyway because they're hilarious and well acted. So I think we're good, but it'll probably be 2 weeks. I usually don't do it every week because I get tired. 2 kids. Anyway, night. Thanks for joining. It's always good to have you all along. Bye.